The first thing we hear is thunder. Not distant thunder. Not the kind that rolls gently over hills and dies somewhere beyond the clouds. This thunder cracks directly above, splitting the sky over a silver-coated ship with no crew, no captain, and no mercy. The ocean rises and falls in violent waves. Warm silver rain pours from the sky, strangely blissful against the skin, even as the ship groans beneath the weight of something enormous. Tentacles coil around the vessel. Wood splinters. The deck tilts. And 4 strangers stand in the storm with no memory of who they are. They do not know how they got here. They do not know why their hands already know how to fight. They only know that if they stop moving, the sea will take them. At the bow stands a young wood elf named Eleanor Leaf. Her orange hair glistens with rain, and her green eyes burn bright against the storm. Even in the chaos, there is something elegant about her, something soft that refuses to break. A tentacle crashes toward her. She lifts her hands, calls on the force of the ocean water, and drives it back as best she can. Eleanor breathes shakily. "I do not know where we are, but I refuse to die here." At the port side stands Shade, another elf, wrapped in a cloak as dark as night. His skin is grey like stone, but the first thing that makes him impossible to ignore is the strange eye set in the middle of his face. It watches the storm with unsettling focus, as if it sees more than rain, waves, and tentacles. A tentacle rises before him. Shade lifts a hand, and chaotic energy cracks through the air, bright and unstable. It does not feel clean like ordinary lightning. It feels wild, unpredictable, almost alive. Shade speaks dryly. "Well, no crew, no memory, and a monster with too many arms. Lovely start." On the starboard side, Torturial holds his ground. A turtle-like warrior with a large brown shell, redstone eyes, a massive spear, and a shield locked in his grip. 2 tentacles slam toward him. He does not step back. Torturial grips his spear and lowers his voice. "Come on then. Let's see if you bleed." Beside him moves Denarian Delarian, a snake lady with blonde hair and jade-green eyes. Her upper body is human-like, but her lower body glides across the soaked deck like a serpent made for speed and danger. She slips between crashing tentacles, watching, searching, thinking faster than the storm around her. Denarian watches her own movements with confusion. "I know how to move. I know how to fight, but I do not know why." The silver rain keeps falling. The tentacles tighten. The ship screams beneath them. 4 strangers. No memories. No escape. Only instinct. Only survival. And far below the dark water, something white begins to glow. They fight as hard as they can, but mostly on their own. Every time they are struck, their bodies regenerate. Wounds close. Blood vanishes. Pain fades. The same happens to the tentacles. No matter how many times they are cut, blasted, or forced back, they return. The battle begins to feel endless, but the longer they fight, the more natural their movements become. They do not remember their lives, but their bodies remember the rhythm of survival. Denarian looks over the edge of the ship. Far below the water, she sees a faint white light. She knows it is dangerous. She knows jumping into the ocean could be the end, but staying here means fighting forever. Denarian speaks with urgency, her eyes locked on the glow below. "There, below the water. I do not know what it is, but I would rather chase a mystery than die on this deck." So she leaps and disappears. Torturial sees it happen. Since Denarian was fighting beside him, the tentacle that had focused on her turns toward him instead. For a heartbeat, he stares at the water where she vanished. Torturial grunts, irritated. Reckless. Another tentacle crashes beside him. Torturial tightens his grip on his spear. Fine. Better than staying here. He does not wait. He jumps after her. The two elves are being overwhelmed. Eleanor looks from the tentacles to the dark water below. Her voice is worried, but there is hope inside it. She vanished into that light. That has to mean something. Shade glances toward the water. His strange central eye narrows. Or it means she made a terrible decision very confidently. Another tentacle smashes into the deck behind them. Shade exhales. Right. Terrible decision it is. Eleanor and Shade follow. One by one, the strangers fade into the darkness beneath the ocean. For a moment, there is only cold, only pressure, only the dark weight of the sea closing around them. The silver rain vanishes above. The ship disappears. The glow below grows brighter. Then everything goes quiet. They wake inside a cave. The air is still. Too still. The violence of the sea is gone, replaced by silence and the faint glow of something ahead. The cave walls are carved with strange engravings. Droplets, then butterflies. A pattern repeating in the stone, as if someone wanted them to see it. As if the cave itself is trying to speak. How did they get here? Who are they? Why does none of this feel normal? Shade speaks uneasily. I am beginning to dislike waking up in places I do not remember entering. Eleanor studies the carvings, her voice soft and fascinated. The walls, these carvings, droplets, then butterflies. They are trying to tell us something. Torturial looks at the engravings with blunt annoyance. Then they should try using words. Ahead of them stands a door, glowing with the same white light they saw beneath the water. No one knows where it leads. No one knows if it is safer than the cave. But there is nowhere else to go. Denarian moves first, careful but certain. If this wanted us dead, I think it had enough chances. The others follow. They step through the door and wake again on the ship. No rain, no tentacles, no screaming wood. Only ocean breeze and seagulls circling above. The deck is calm. The silver ship sails as if nothing ever happened. For a moment, none of them speak. Shade stares out over the quiet water, the strange eye in the middle of his face narrowing slightly. The chaos in his hand is gone now, but something about it feels like it remembers more than he does. Shade speaks quietly. Whatever power that was, it seems to know what it's doing, which is more than I can say for us. Torturial goes below deck to inspect the ship for damage. Strangely, the damage is minimal. Inside, he finds a chest. He opens it. Within the chest are two things, a compass and a hummingbird. The bird bursts from the chest, darts past Torturial, and flies upward. It lands gently on Eleanor's shoulder. Eleanor freezes. The hummingbird looks perfectly comfortable there. Eleanor speaks gently, surprised. Oh, hello. Torturial returns to the deck and finds the others inspecting the ship. There are still no crew members. Denarian tries to steer the helm, but it will not move. The silver ship sails itself, as if it already knows where to go. Denarian speaks suspiciously. It does not listen. Shade answers with light sarcasm. Wonderful. Even the ship has more confidence than we do. With nothing else to do, the strangers decide to introduce themselves properly. Eleanor speaks first. Her voice is kind, soft-hearted and posh. My name is Eleanor. I don't know much else besides my name. Why are we here? Shade replies in a tone no one expects from someone so uncanny. His voice is charismatic, Irish, and strangely trustworthy, though the eye in the middle of his face makes it difficult to forget that there is something deeply unusual about him. "My name is Shade. I also don't know what happened, but we somehow all ended up on this crazy self-steering ship. Best we stick together and figure out a plan." Torturial and Denarian are less talkative. Both seem to enjoy the chaos of the fight, but both want answers more than conversation. For now, they agree to stay with the newly formed group. Later, Denarian and Torturial stand together near the helm. The ocean stretches endlessly around them. Torturial speaks in a raspy, stern voice. "You seem familiar, but I can't put my claw on it." Denarian answers uncertainly. "I have the same feeling. You have this look in your eye that just—" Her sentence fades before she can finish it. Torturial reaches into his belongings and pulls out the compass he found below deck. He studies it again. The needle does not settle. It turns slowly, then drifts toward Denarian. Torturial frowns. "This thing has been useless since I found it." The needle shifts again, pointing toward her. His voice lowers, suspicious. "Or maybe it is not meant for me." He holds it out. "Take it. If it gets us killed, I am blaming you." Denarian takes the compass carefully. The moment it rests in her hands, her expression changes. Not fear, not recognition. Something between the two. As if destiny itself is hidden beneath the glass. Denarian speaks quietly. "This feels important." Torturial answers flatly. "Most things that feel important try to kill you eventually." Denarian's voice is soft but certain. "Maybe, but I think this one knows where we are going." Torturial says nothing. The ship keeps moving. The hummingbird remains near Eleanor. Shade watches the horizon, his central eye fixed forward with unsettling stillness. Denarian holds the compass, and the silver sea stretches forward, quiet and endless. With no clear answers, the group eats what rations they have and prepares to rest. They are strangers to each other, strangers to themselves. And somewhere ahead, the ship continues toward a city none of them remember. For now, they sleep. But the silver ship does not. It sails on through the night, carrying them toward Sanguine. Far ahead, where the sea meets the horizon, a single blue butterfly flutters against the silver wind. End of Episode 1. The Silver Ship.